My name is Ash King, and I'm a psychology researcher, writer, and the head of content for the Indigo Project. And I'm excited to be joining you for ARC's Stress Less Week for Tell Me About It, the Expert Edition. Right now, I feel untethered. I'm a psychology researcher and writer because I believe in understanding and sharing the power of our mind, our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviours. I'm a cat and dog person, just as long as they're fluffy. Today, I'm going to be discussing mental well-being in amidst this COVID-19 crisis and what we can do to help ourselves feel better and help others feel more supported during this uncertain and strange time. My role at Indigo is to help create engaging and informative content so that people can learn more about their inner worlds and how to relate to the people around them. At Indigo, we like to think creatively about mental health, and we really take a bit of a no bullshit approach. We think that mental health can be exciting and engaging, and we know that it's such a key part of being a human being. So we want everyone to get involved and everyone to be interested and care about it. Mental health to me is making your mind a beautiful place to live. We spend so much time inside our heads, and it's also through our senses and through the filters that we have in our mind that we're able to understand and interpret the world around us. So it's really important that we have the tools that it takes to really understand and creatively interpret the world in a way that's going to make us live our happiest and most connected lives. Something I do on the daily for my mental health is I journal. So I'll take just a small piece of paper and I'll try to get out everything that I'm feeling, that I'm thinking, and just sort of dump it out on that page. I try not to make too much sense of it, but I try to greet it with a sense of curiosity and compassion, and it gives me a little bit of better insight into how I'm doing every morning. We've certainly been impacted by what's happening with the COVID-19 crisis. At Indigo, our beautiful converted warehouse in Surrey Hills has been closed to all clients and practitioners. So now we're offering our psychological services online only or via phone. So we're still reaching out and we're still connecting with people to get them to keep looking after their mental health. Personally, I've found the changes and the shifts that are going on in the world around me very kind of unsettling and anxiety and inducing. It's hard to connect with people when you can't see them face to face, and your life gets really disrupted when things and routines that you are so used to kind of go by the wayside, and we just have to get used to this new normal. If you're finding everything about COVID-19 pretty overwhelming right now, I just want to let you know that you're not alone. In fact, it's completely normal and understandable to be feeling overwhelmed, to be feeling stressed, to be feeling scared, to be feeling confused about what's going on. It kind of really throws you off kilter, especially if you have a way that you used to respond to your studies and keep yourself sort of motivated and grounded during that time. So what I want you to think about is just greet yourself with a little bit of kindness and compassion, and tell yourself it's okay to be feeling whatever it is you're feeling right now. Maybe block out some time just to kind of be there and sit there with your feelings, because sometimes we try to just get on with things, we try to push things into the back or really press our emotional experience down into our body so that we don't have to deal with it. But what happens when we do that is that it tends to bubble up, and eventually it'll come out at a time that is neither convenient or complimentary to us. So you really want to take some time to really get a good idea of what's going on inside your mind and inside your body right now. If you're feeling completely overwhelmed and like you need to keep pushing yourself to be busy and productive, it's really kind of a symptom of not wanting to be there and sit here and feel what you're feeling right now. It's a really great distraction, and so many of us are so used to it because the world moves so quickly. We also have a 24/7 news feed now, so you can keep scrolling up on your phones and getting a whole lot of new articles, new videos. There's news on constantly. So you really need to allow yourself some space from all this stimulation, because it does get overwhelming and it can overload our minds and seep into our bodies. So maybe set some prescribed time to be engaging with news or social media. And find some different activities that you can sprinkle throughout your day that really soothe you. So they might be different for everyone. Some people exercise, other people might paint and draw, you might play an instrument, maybe you like to journal or meditate. You need to start experimenting with these different types of self-care practices and find something that works for you so that you can really allow yourself to feel present and grounded throughout the day. If you're experiencing mental health struggles right now, or you have underlying conditions that are being exacerbated, then what's so important is that you know you don't need to do this alone. This is a really hard time for a lot of people, and if you're feeling overwhelmed and that you need some support, then there's so many places now around Sydney that you can reach out for and get some help. At Indigo, we're even offering bulk bill services, so you can chat to one of our psychologists and have no out-of-pocket expenses. It's really great to chat to a professional because they can give you unique tools and strategies for your own life and your own situation. We're pretty lucky in that we live during a time when we can be physically separated but socially connected. And now, thanks to the internet, we can still talk face to face with our friends and family, even though we might not be able to sit across the table from them. So it's really important that you keep checking in with friends and family. Maybe book some cute times and have, a wine and cheese night, or play some virtual games. I really love the games on Jackbox TV. They're pretty hilarious. FaceTime, Zoom, Skype, there's so many different options. And when you are connecting with these people in your life, make sure that you're still having real, honest and vulnerable conversations, because if you're struggling, it's likely that other people are struggling too. And so you need to own your truth and tell it as it is for you right now, and let your friends and family know that you're there to hear what's going on with them. Ask them, how are you really? And be open to listening without needing to fix things or offer solutions or advice. Sometimes what we need most is just someone there to hear us and hold some space for us. And I think that that's the best way that we can all stay super connected with what's happening in the world right now. Thanks for joining me, Ash from the Indigo Project, for Stress Less Week. If you'd like to hear more about the Indigo Project, you can follow us on Instagram. We're at @the_indigo_project, and you can also follow us on Facebook. We've got an awesome newsletter that goes out every Friday with really cool tips and tricks for mental health, so you can follow that if you jump onto our website. We've also got a pretty cool course. It's an online course called Get Your Shit Together, and a 10-session journey led by our founder and head psychologist, Mary Hoang. There's meditations, there's custom playlists, there's activity sheets and an online community, and that course has now been reduced from $200 down to only $50. So it's great if you want to go on a little bit of a self-led therapeutic journey. We've also got a team of over 30 incredible psychologists, mental health practitioners, and now we've got bulk billing options available. So you can go and see your GP, grab a mental health care plan and a referral, and that means you can chat online with one of our psychologists with no out-of-pocket expenses. Thanks so much for being here with me. Best of luck with your exams, and take care.